Hey y'all, this is your boy Mass6 with some Dark Souls Remastered. We're going to be kicking off this entire game series with this game. We're going to lead it with Remastered, then we're going to go to Dark Souls 2 with the Scholar of the First Sin, and then we're going to end this with Dark Souls 3 with the Ashes of Arendelle and the Ring of City DLCs. I figured I'd redo the entire series and do it justice with better sound and better graphics, just to kind of feel good about myself, because I've been putting this one out for a long time, and I figured what better time to do it than now. There's a big gap and a lot of downtime between certain games, and I figured let's just bring in some good stuff. And everybody likes Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls. I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. I wouldn't be watching this if you didn't, and if you don't like Dark Souls, welcome anyway. And like always, go ahead and point out all the crap that I'm going to be messing up in this game, just because I haven't played this in about a year and a half or two, and I am very rusty. So if I die, if I miss something, or if I just say something that's not supposed to be said, point it out in the comments. Let me know. Roast me. I don't care. It'll be fun. That's the point of this. So with that being said, don't forget to click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and also check the description below. There is a donation link there if you're feeling generous. Go ahead. No pressure. And also there's other links to other playlists on the channel in there. Encourage you guys to check them out as well. So with all that being said, let's just get started with this. So let's pick a name. Obviously, we're gonna pick. What better name to start with than that? Alright, and there's our character. So I decided to go with the Thief class, which really doesn't matter what class you go with. Thief only gives you, is the only class that actually gives you one of the actual gifts that's already included in the gift section. You end up with the Master Key already. So if you go to the gifts, you're going to see that you have the Master Key as also a gift right here. So what I did, I equipped the Black Firebomb, because I'm going to show you guys a little something you can do in the very beginning of the game. So let's go ahead and start this train wreck.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own. of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Now, that's not a badass cutscene. I don't know what is.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And the rats are creepy looking. Are those roaches? They're supposed to be roaches, but they're flat. Well, Wrinkly, what's going on? And there's Oscar. Hey there, mister. I'm gonna take your armor away soon. That's a sign. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so we are in the Northern Undead Asylum. Let's get cracking, I guess. We have a little crappy weapon. Let me unequip that piece of junk. We use the dungeon cell key. Now, I have to go through the basic controls here because you can modify them whichever way you want. So you're just going to want to run out of here and kind of make our way up this ladder over here. This is going to be like the tutorial boss area. But it's not going to tell you it's a tutorial boss area. It's just going to smash you with a big ass hammer. So what we're going to do is we're going to save here because, like I explained earlier, we're going to try something fun. Alright, so wait for that big... Wait, hold on. Where is he? Hold up. I'll show you this big bastard up here. See him up there? There he is. Wait for him to come down. And there he is. So these bombs we grab, I'm gonna chuck them at him because it only takes a few to take his ass down. And for some reason, demons are very weak to fire. You see where I was going to take his ass out. That's fine. We're done. And bye. Bye-bye. See how easy that was? It only took 5 black fire bombs. So we have the Great Hammer. That's what he drops. And some humanity. So unfortunately, he doesn't drop the key when you kill him like you would normally do. But that's one way to take him out when you first start the game. If you want to just kind of get that Demon's Great Hammer from the get-go. Because otherwise you'd have to kind of trade something and to the crows, and that's the only other way you can get that. Aside from that, I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. I'm gonna go through here. Let's equip that because that target shield is amazing for parrying. No, no, no. Keep going, keep going. I'm not gonna hit you just yet. I want to get my bandit's knife, then I'm gonna tear your ass up. And I also started with the bandit's knife because it's a very good bleed weapon too. So Fast. And it has a crit too. When you stab. When you go stabby on somebody. So, you can see here, let me show you the actual stats of this thing. See the stats here. If you kind of look down where it says auxiliary effects, you have 300 bleed. That's a lot of bleed in a little bit of time. Mind you, this thing, you can swipe really fast with this weapon. So if you want some speed and you want to make people bleed fast, this is one of the weapons to do it with. Alright, let's go. So there's a wall there, and there's a guy up there with a big ass rock. Let him do that. We're gonna open this door down here. It's a shortcut that leads in there, so in case you die to that demon when you fight him, you can actually get there if you're doing it the right way, not my way.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead.
So he says a bunch of stuff. Yes, your decision.
Regrettably, but there is an old thou who, when thine neck, when thou ring, well now you know.
That's a very long saying for a family crest, but yeah.
An Estus flask.
So he gives you the Estus flask, and you can see now all these signs are coming up everywhere.
Oh.
He gives you the actual key that the demon had, and the pilgrim's key. So
No,
that gives you a bit of a hand. So you can help him by killing him.
no, I would hate to.
And we're gonna do just that. Like, see? 7 kills him. He dies eventually, regardless, so it doesn't matter whether you kill him there or not. Watch out for this dickhead right here. Oh, backstab of justice. And he's dead. Suck on that. That's the F2 East key, which is one of the keys he gave you. Watch out. Turn the corner. Watch out, because you got 2 douchebags right here. And 3 swipes is all it takes to make enemies bleed with this weapon. And you see how fast we swipe. And it doesn't even take a lot of your stamina away. So that's what this small weapon is actually good for. But this isn't going to be the weapon that I'm going to be trying to get with this character. We're actually going to go for a bit of a magic build. And there's the parry. Usually he drops a shield. That's a pretty cool shield too. But we're going to go with something with like a bit of a magic slash... Yeah, all damage sucks. Wrong one. There we go. Bit of a magic dex-ish kind of build. I should say magic slash dix-ish kind of build because we're a bit of a douchebag when it comes to this game. We're still a little crunchy, so we'll be working on this character as the game progresses. Don't forget the item on the left right here. You might miss it. Let's go. So you saw how easily those black fire bombs took that guy out. Take into consideration that demons are weak to fire, which is hilarious because they actually live in hell. So, yeah. And here's another cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright, looks like we made it to Lordran. We're crispy and it looks so beautiful. I love this game. Hold on, let that disappear. Yes, 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 I know. Get the item here. Oh, that guy's depressing. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you kind of go through all of their dialogue because a lot of times you'll be advancing their storyline as you progress. So just talk to everybody after you defeat like maybe 1 or 2 enemies, bosses. Talk to everybody and then like try to see if their story progresses. You'll know when they've advanced just because their dialogue will change. Otherwise, you'll keep getting the same dialogue over and over. So let me go through this guy's dialogue. He talks a lot of shit. Let's go. Again, blah blah blah, blee blue blee blah. You see, he's laughing at you and all this other junk. It tells you the story a bit of what's going on. If you're human, he looks at you differently. Which could be because, yeah, see, he gets a little he gets annoyed after you ask him too many times. But if you're human, he actually has a different reaction to you. You know, he's telling you to leave off and blah blah blah, and yeah, see. So his dialogue is repeating. That's how you know that their dialogue is kind of run out. We're gonna get a couple of things over here in Firelink Shrine. I will kind of show you what to do in the next video on getting a bit of a head start on everything, and the reason why I chose the Master Key. Let's talk to the big boy over here. Again, looking at you just because it doesn't know you, not because you're hollow.
Hello, but I here. No.
Gives you a copper coin, which is completely useless.
Oh my. Oh, I so would.
Just say yes.
Very well.
Join the Covenant of the Gods, and they ask you again. You get no penalties for this, so don't worry about it. Just join it. You actually get some extra dialogues with him, and he becomes a vendor. A miracles vendor. You can actually learn a gesture from him too. So, shrug. You can purchase items from him. As you can see here, he's a miracles vendor. Very mediocre miracles vendor. So, aside from him, those two, they're the only ones that are in this little death cult right here. There's actually an item back here. You can get that. And we are going to go up there and get the item that's very nice and shiny on that side. So let's go get that item first. Watch out for these douchebags. Backstab of justice. Oh, look, there's another one. See? You see how fast that damage is jumped up to 75? That's the bleed damage right there. And this dickhead's throwing bombs at us. No! Die! No! No, 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 no. Motherfucker! Welcome to Dark Souls, everyone. We died for being stupid. Alright, let's try that again this time, shall we? Dead. Not you. I want you. He's also dead. I think I should just taunt that guy in there. He's a dickhead that killed us. Come here. Come here. Get your dead ass over here. There you go. Parry of justice. Suck on that one. Revenge is sweet. Now, let's take out, not this guy, but this guy. We get it. Invincibility frames right here. So whenever you do a parry or a backstab, you get invincibility frames. So don't worry about the enemy trying to get you. Let's get our souls back, because that was crap. Say anything about a short weapon? Doesn't reach. So we're going to get a couple of items just up here. We're not going to go into the sewer just yet, unless we're going to go in here to kill this stupid rat. Alright. There you go. Done. Get the soul item. And then we're going to get the item over here. And then we're going to get the item down there. So you have to jump, and it's a little tricky jumping because this is not a platformer. So this is where Dark Souls becomes Dark Souls. We're going to get this item down here. And you saw a shiny little item right by that in the back of that bridge. We're just going to jump over and get that, okay? Like so, without dying. Now let's go. I should have actually spent my souls before I came here like a dumbass, but it's okay. If we die, we die. There we go. We didn't die. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to level up and kind of start getting our character ready for the next video, and where I'm going to show you how to get a bit of a head start on the game in itself. So let's go ahead and just level up. We're going to need our strength at 10, and everything else we're pretty good on dex right now, and on intelligence we're pretty good because there's nothing that we can get right now that's going to give us a big advantage on anything. So my advice is try to get your vitality, endurance as high as possible. I think the cap is 40. But more than anything, try to get your endurance up to 40 first before you get your vitality up there. And then depending on your weapon selection or your weapon choice, depending on which stats you need to just wield the weapon. I don't mean which stats you need to increase because of the weapon grade or stat grade, I mean. Depending on that, we're gonna get to just the minimum requirements to use that weapon, because we're gonna end up making it an enchanted weapon, and that's gonna scale with our intelligence. So we're going to use that kind of as our main stat to increase, aside from endurance and vitality, because we want to be tanky. We want to be able to swing the weapon as many times as possible and also take as many hits as possible. So we're going to pretty much focus on intelligence, endurance, and vitality in this playthrough. Also with attunement, because we're going to need some spell slots in there. But we're going to try to get the minimum requirements for these two for whatever weapon we're going to choose. So that's going to be it for this one. We're going to leave it at level 8 with 10 vitality, 11 attunement, endurance, strength at 10, dexterity at 15, resistance at 10, intelligence at 12, and faith at 11. We're not going to worry about faith or resistance. Those are two stats that I would never worry about unless you're actually going to be a faith-based character. Aside from that, I mean, we're going to leave it here. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to praise the sun, but I don't have that gesture just yet, so bye-bye.